Good evening. I hope all is well. It's me, Jennifer. Hey, I just wanted to stop by really quick. I know you typically see me post things about my plants, things about my shoes. I'm a sneaker girl. I love my sneakers. But I'm also an HR professional. I'm a retired HR professional. And from time to time, I'll get questions about an HR related matter. And so I just kind of wanted to share with you all this evening. I did receive a question about someone asked me what were Weingarten rights. And so I'm not sure, some of you guys may be familiar with Weingarten rights or the right to representation. And so what Weingarten rights are is it allows a unionized employee the right to representation during a discussion that is investigatory in nature with his or her employer. Typically, you get called into a meeting. The purpose of that meeting is fact finding, and depending on how you respond, it could result in termination. It could result in something that's disciplinary in nature, or it could impact the conditions of your employment. You are allowed a right to representation, or under the Weingarten rights, a union representative. Um, so how we would that's how I would consult and advise hiring managers and supervisors for the state of California if they ever asked me, hey, I'm meeting with an employee. We're going to discuss some performance issues. I have concerns that this employee might not pass probation. I want to talk to him or her about the issue, the consequences, and it could potentially result in a rejection and probe. And so, in that case, I would always advise them to allow the employee an opportunity to obtain a representative to partake in that discussion. And so, again, um, that's the Weingarten rights. But again, we also use the term right to representation, and when that is applicable. Now, if you're going to be meeting with your staff or your employee, and it's just general day-to-day routine discussions, then a right to representation or the Weingarten rights would not be applicable in matters, such as those. I would always advise my hiring managers and supervisors, if you're not sure, please reach out, because what we don't want is to have an employee called into a meeting and in fact it is disciplinary in nature and you didn't allow them the right to representation and just the impact and consequences of not doing so. And so we always would try to mitigate that and just get in front of those things particular. So that's what Weingarten rights are right to representation. It affords an employee an opportunity to have a representative, to sit in a discussion that could result in um, a matter being disciplinary in nature, um, potentially termination, or just any impact to their working conditions of employment. And so that's when those Weingarten rights or the right of representation will arise. So I hope that helps. I hope that provides a little bit of insight on when those rights are applicable um, for the employee or the employer. I'm more than happy, like I said, I have 35 years of human resources experience with the state of California. I've had the opportunity to work in various disciplines. In fact, I served as a labor relations manager for the state of California. Um, on the management side, I would represent the management side during, contract negotiations with the exclusive representatives. So, but I love to talk, HR tips, love to talk about how to get on with the state, interviewing tips, exam tips, things of that nature. And so, HR is in my blood. I love it. But after 35 years, I was just ready to do something different. And like I said, retired last year. So again, I will be sharing HR tips, on this platform from time to time, along with my shoes and my plants and just all the little things that I love and enjoy. So if you find this helpful, let me know. If you want to talk more HR, I'll be happy to do just that. So I hope you like this video. Have a good evening and look forward to hearing from you all. Bye.